Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Keneiloe Myoli, and if you're here for the first time, welcome. I hope that you will like it and will consider subscribing with the red button down below to become part of my growing beautiful family. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your continuous support. I really appreciate you. So as you guys might know, may or may not know, I'm pregnant. I'm currently in my third trimester, so I just want to give you guys a second trimester update. So let's do this. So if you're seeing this, it means that I've already uploaded my first trimester update. So I would appreciate it if you could kindly go back to that video as well. If you're a mommy to be or you're a mom already, if I do mention some of the stuff that you went through, please let me know in the comment section down below. Also, let's help each other and maybe share what you experienced and how you dealt with some of the things that you went through during your pregnancy or what you're currently going through. So I made notes so that I don't forget some of the things that I went through in my second trimester. They're actually in this little book here. Let me show you guys. They're in this notebook. It's a pen, and we're just gonna go through the list. So if I'm looking down, just know that I'm going through the list. So some of the things that I went through in the first trimester as well, so that's why I say maybe go back to that, and then this will just be like a continuation of some sort. So in my first trimester, I had loss of appetite, and I had the same thing now in my second trimester. I basically just forced myself to eat, and yeah, I think that's also why I don't really gain too much weight during my pregnancies. The problem is afterwards, you guys. The problem is afterwards, but I think that's a story for another video. Yeah, so but I could eat slightly more than I did in my first trimester. I like in my first trimester, I don't want food at all. Now I was like, okay, I'm eating a bit of this and that, but still not too much. But at least I was able to eat. I was able to keep food down more than I did in my first trimester. And then next on the list, the cramps. I think the cramps became worse in the second trimester. Guys, like I said, I couldn't lie down on my back for like even a minute. It was too long. Like in bed, I had to lie down either on my left or my right. But the second trimester, because now I was starting to show, it's recommended that you sleep on your left. Something about the blood flow, something like that, you guys can't remember, but it's recommended that you sleep on your left. So I couldn't really sleep on my back, not for long. Also, like when I'm walking or when I'm sitting in a certain position, the cramps would just start, and they would be so bad. I went through a lot, you guys, with the cramps. And the next thing on my list, nose bleeds. Sure, guys. Okay, similar to the headaches, when it's really hot, I'm someone that struggles with nosebleeds. If you've been with my channel, there's a time that I went to have a COVID test done, and I did mention that I have a problem with nosebleeds, and I thought I would bleed, and I actually did after the actual test. So that was even made worse by pregnancy. You guys obviously were not aware that I'm pregnant at the time, but almost every day, guys, I had a nosebleed every day. Like nothing helped. Stringing liquids, I was making sure I'm hydrated. I would even, like, someone actually mentioned that I must make sure that my nose always has like Vaseline and stuff, like it doesn't get dry, but still, like every single day I'd be sleeping and next thing I'm having a nosebleed. So I knew that every day, almost every day, I had nosebleeds, and that is also like common in pregnancy, or so I read. And then the thing that's also started in this trimester are swollen feet. My feet were so big. This one time we traveled from home. Home is in Bloemfontein to Pretoria, Gauteng. And guys, my feet were so big. I was so embarrassed. I took photos, but I don't think I can put them on the internet because they're not gonna go away. It was so bad. Like even my son would look at my feet and say, "Mommy, choo choo, mommy, choo choo." That's how bad they were. They're still getting swollen now, but not as bad as they were in the second trimester. But my feet were always swollen. But the nice thing was that I was not in any kind of pain. They were just big. Next on the list are headaches. Like I said, headaches were always bad. So I drank at least 2 liters of water, and I started drinking more Panados. Not more, but I started drinking them more often because I was really trying to avoid not having pills, like I always do during my pregnancy. And next on the list, so the nausea went down quite a bit. I was no longer throwing up as much, so I was able to eat more things like I mentioned. The other new thing that I started experiencing with this pregnancy is heartburn. Heartburn was really, 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 really bad, and I didn't have heartburn with my first pregnancy. So I was experiencing heartburn for the first time with this one. I started in my second trimester. Like I just be like hot, like and I'm like, is it the food that I'm eating? And then I started reading, and I even asked my gynae. It's like, no, heartburn is actually normal. And I remember also my colleague asked with my first pregnancy if I have heartburn. I was like, what is that? I don't know that I'm gonna have like really bad heartburn. So I had that in my second trimester. Back pains were the next thing that I experienced. Yo, guys, my lower back, my upper back. Yo, I don't know, like this pregnancy showed me flames. I don't want to lie, like I always had back pains. I spoke to my gynae about it, and he actually recommended, you know, those Transact patches that I never really used. I got them, but I didn't use them. I'm not sure why. And also he recommended that I go to a physio as well for that. The next thing that I experienced in my second trimester are sore nipples. Guys, I don't know, like I keep making these facial expressions because I'm just remembering, like, yo. So my nipples would hurt. I didn't experience this with my first pregnancy, by the way. Even after baby was born, I had no pain in my nipples. But with this pregnancy, I don't know, for some reason, guys, like if you know why I was experiencing nipple pain, especially after stepping out of the shower, please let me know. Every time after showering, my nipples would hurt. Like I'd have to just rub on my nipples and just press my boobs. I know it's TMI, but my nipples were always sore, especially after like coming out of a hot shower. I don't know if it has something to do with the hot water, but for some reason it was worse at that time. Another new thing is that I experienced pelvic pain. It was really bad. So I couldn't walk for long, I couldn't stand for long, I couldn't do like any activity for long, basically. And when I spoke to my gynae about this, he said that it's probably because of the stretching of the ligaments, and this pain is also common when it's not your first pregnancy, because I didn't have any pelvic pain with my first pregnancy. and have any pain, any pelvic pain. I had like almost zero pain actually my entire pregnancy. My first one, this one I had like a lot of different pains. So yeah, it was painful. Like after standing, I'd even like literally be holding my like lower abdomen just to, I don't know, for some reason I thought maybe to help ease the pain. Or when I'm walking, I'll just be holding, here by my lower abdomen. It was really bad, and unfortunately I was told that there's nothing that we can do about the pain. It's part of the process. Last but not least, pregnancy brain. I don't think I had pregnancy brain the first time around, but now guys, I was forgetting something. I literally let's say I need to add milk to my coffee or whatever from the lounge. I take the cup with me from the lounge to the kitchen. When I get to the kitchen, I go back to the lounge looking for my cup of coffee, and I'm like, where's my coffee, where's my coffee? And then someone would say, but you just left with the coffee just now, your coffee's in the kitchen. Go back to the kitchen, there's the coffee. I could do something the day before, the following day I'm like, I don't remember. I remember like there was something that happened and my husband was like, no, you need to know. And I'm like, I don't remember. I don't even remember something happening. Like, that's how bad it was. Sometimes you would forget, but when you think back, you're like, oh, I remember when this happened. I wouldn't remember anything. I was like, if I was a student now, I'd probably be failing. Because I forget something that I did like just now. So that's how bad the pregnancy brain has been. So yeah, I think this is the end of this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Like I said, let's engage in the comment section. Let me know what happened in your second trimester, or what's currently happening with you in your second trimester. Share my video with your friends and family. Make sure that you are notified by clicking on the notification down below every time I upload a new video. Like the video as well, guys. It helps YouTube know that this is a good video and it recommends it to other people. So until the next one, bye.